I've had a couple of people saying it's going to be a wet race, so I'm not sure whether that's wet for the whole duration, or whether the rain's going to come in, or it's going to start off raining and get dry. We don't know yet. The drivers might know a little bit more than we do. But again, you know, there's two different types of wet, so it could be on the intermediates, or it could be the full wet tyres. So depends how wet it's going to be, but overtaking is a bit more difficult in the wet because you've not got DRS, so this could make our qualifying session even more crucial.
And more spicy.
And more spicy, absolutely. I hope you've got lots of those, what do you call it? Not acronyms, what do you call it?
Facts.
This evening. Yeah, facts, that'll do. Have you got any facts about Brazil, by any chance, or not? You're normally pretty good with that.
2003, I think it was in Brazil, when Giancarlo Fisichella won his first Grand Prix for Jordan.
Oh, there you go. He didn't win many, did he? I think he only won, what, 6 Grand Prix? No, did he even win that many? I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Because
he won the Grand Prix because it was a really wet race. It was when he was leading the happening, and then Raikkonen thought he won the race, but now he said, and then Giancarlo Fisichella won it in the end from Fernando Raikkonen and Kimi Raikkonen. Fernando Alonso came third and Raikkonen came second. That's your fact.
There you go. It's also the home of many championship deciders, including probably the most famous 2008 between Lewis Hamilton and Felipe Massa on the last lap. In the last corner, Hamilton got past Timo Glock for an extra position, which gave him the championship by 1 point. So last lap drama. I wonder whether we're going to get any today. I'm sure we will. I don't think we're going to get any championship decider. I do. Jim Bob is leading the standings, I believe, by quite a bit, but I don't think he's leading the standings by quite that much. I think we've got a few rounds to go, but we've got a few drivers set a few laps. Let's get right into the action. So far, we've got Aki is leading the standings at 108.292. Unbelievable Jeff second, 108.5, and then Markin's rounding out the top 3 at the moment with a 108.8. It's going to be looking like it's going to be a very tight qualifying session today. Anyone you got your eyes on, David?
I was on board with Orley, but he's just gone into the pits, and I'm going to go on board with Unbelievable Jeff.
No worries. Let's have a look. What's he doing? Is he on a lap? Or is he, well, he's finished a lap. Is he doing a second lap, do you think?
I don't think he will do. He will come into the pits, I think.
Yeah, no worries. Let's see. Anyone is on that. Jason's on an out lap. He did go for a quick out lap on mediums, but he's back straight out of it and gone back onto the soft by the looks of it. So he's not feeling too confident on those mediums. It is a track where you need a lot of mechanical grip, so the softs will be a lot faster than the mediums or the hards round here. Strategy-wise, on a 50% race, softs to hards really, unless you're going to do a 2-stop, and you can probably do a soft to medium to soft, or any sort of combination of them. But we're going to ride on board with Jason now and see what he can manage on his lap. Through the centre S's. And ending the first sector, is purple first sector, so this is looking pretty good for him.
Benjamin 109.000. Bloody hell.
That's dead on a 109. Not often you get that.
No, you don't. Ugh.
We've got 16 people set laps, so quite a lot of people have come out very early indeed. I wonder whether there's any rain forecast for this session. But up to the line, it's a very long drag up to the line here in Brazil.
Rory and Harry have just left the session, and Dazbase has left the session.
Oh.
What's up,
Jason has backed off just before the line. I'm not sure what that was all about. There's only a 1:10.6 for him. There we go. We got... Was that bumper car? Ben slotted it into third place. He's taking the last spot on the podium now. Only just crept in ahead of Mark Inns. This is a very tight qualifying. Oh dear, what's going on there? We've got a racing point round. Was that was Jason?
Yeah, I just
what
saw
is he doing?
I just saw his front wing just bomb bottom and down and off. Yeah, his front wing's just flying off.
I'm not sure what he's doing this session. He backed off before the line on his flying lap, and he's somehow put it in the barriers on a straight bit of road, and off he goes into the wall. Oh, and he's crashed out on circuit. Okay, that's Jason. Jason's qualifying over them. So we are one car down. He's going to be starting from quite a little way back. Jim Bob goes fastest 107.816 in the Alfa Romeo. So he's looking to keep his championship lead, and that is a very good start to it indeed. It's a very, very quick lap. That's 4/10 clear of Aki in the other racing point. We got anyone else on a lap there, David?
At the moment, I am watching Mark Ince.
Where is he? Let's see. Let's watch him. Did you want to do a bit of commentating for his lap while we ride on board with him?
Who, Mark Ince? Yeah, down to turn... Well, we down to round 6. Down to turn 6. He's putting the hammer down now. And here we go. He's just on to his second sector now. Is he going to go a little bit quicker? Yeah, no, not quick by much. He's just getting a bit close. Come on, here we go. He's up to the line. He will be. Oh no, he's backing off. He's backed off into the pit.
He's gone in the pit. We got Aki on a lap. I know he's invalidated, so he was looking to take his pole position back, but he has invalidated his second effort by the looks of it. We've also got, looks like Neil, we've got Orsat, Just Benny, who's a new to league racing and has done a couple of league races with Road to Glory the last week and is coming on leaps and bounds, so he'll be one to watch out for today. As Neil runs a little bit wide on the grass around the last corner. Well, it's not technically the last corner, is it? But everything else after that is absolutely flat out. So basically, not a corner. Who else have we got? Benjamin's on an out lap, so's Bottomer. Kez is on an out lap, so's Unbelievable Jeff. All on outlaps ready to get going. Is Aki doing a second flying lap? It looks like he is, so let's ride on board with him and see whether he can snatch that pole position back off of Jim Bob. End of the first sector now. He's a 10th up and he has gone purple in that first sector. Got to run as wide as you can through that left-hander, but it's so easy to invalidate your lap. Then into the fast right-hander, drop down a couple of gears. Get on the power as early as you can. Don't run wide. Again, very easy to invalidate the lap. And then into the very technical middle sector. You need a lot of mechanical grip through here from the car. So setups are very key. Get on the power as early as you can. Very difficult to do around this track. Then flat out, downhill through the left-hander. Sharp braking zone and get the exit right coming up the hill, because that is a very, very long straight up to the start-finish line, and any time lost through that corner will be multiplied by the time you get to the line. But up to the line, Akid goes. Does he improve at all? He improves marginally, but it doesn't on his previous best time, but it doesn't improve his position. Still 108.251. We've also got Unbelievable Jeff currently on a lap in the Mercedes. Gets a little twitch of the back end through that middle sector. Let's see what he can manage. Can he improve? Can he knock Aki off second place even? He's only a 10th behind on the fastest laps on their previous attempts, and currently, Unbelievable Jeff is nearly half a second up on his previous best time. So this is going to be a very quick lap time indeed. Let's watch out as he goes through the DRS activation point up to the line. What can he manage? Hugging the inside. He goes second at 107.951, so he's not far off Jim Bob at all. Very good lap there from the Mercedes driver.
Yeah. So, have you heard the news now, Marcus?
What news is that, David?
They're going to do 3 sprint qualifyings in this year's calendar.
Yes, I did hear about that. I think it depends. I think it's worth giving a go. See what happens.
Yeah, of course.
You know. I mean, personally, I think it works well as it is, but I am very excited to try something new and see what happens. I do love the way F2 sort of races go, and this is a step in that sort of direction to spice things up a little bit.
Yeah, of course. It'd be interesting. Be very interesting.
It certainly would. Yeah. We've also got Markins just about to come up to line. Can he improve? He certainly does. He bumps himself up to 5th position as the Ferrari gets out the way at the last minute. Nice going there. Not sure who that was, but it's a 108.337 from Markins. It was Arj. So nice evasive driving from Arj there to get out of McLaren's way. I don't think it matters because unless Mark is doing another lap. Let's watch just Benny as he comes up to the line in the run through the DRS activation point. I keep wanting to call it detection point. It's not, it's an activation point. He does improve, nearly 2/10 improvement, bumps himself up to 10th. So he's in the top 10 currently.
And he's just invalidated his lap.
Yeah, just invalidated his second lap, so probably pull in and get some fresh rubber for his next attempt, I would imagine.
I'm on board with Neil. Here we go. Neil, good lap, 108.4. Nice.
Yeah, very nice lap in. He bumps himself up to 6th position, but we will ride with Jim Bob, our championship leader, and currently sat on provisional pole as he goes through the first sector on his other flying lap. See whether he can improve further. Aki comes up the pits, but slows down and lets Jim Bob go through. Wise decision indeed. Into the middle sector, Jim Bob goes. Down a couple of gears for the right-hander. Bringing the car uphill. Very easy to lose the back end through there. You want to get on the power as early as possible. And then we start dropping a little bit downhill and then back uphill ever so slightly again into this really sharp hairpin right. Neil is not going to get in his way, he's going to move out of the way very nicely, and then you're flat out downhill through the left-hander. And then again, sharp braking zone. Use a bit of the curb but try not to lose the back end, because again, that exit is absolutely crucial for the rest of this lap. Because it is flat out up to the line. And he's abandoned that lap. He's not happy with that lap, unfortunately.
No. Ooh, bit of grass from Ryan. Oh, Ryan's gone off. Oh, Ryan, what are you doing, man? Spinning off.
Who's that, sorry?
Ryan's gone off. The 12th place
guy.
Oh,
yeah, I see. Yeah, the other round fire. I'm gonna. He gets out of the way of Mercedes coming around. We did just ride on board a little bit with Aki, who was going for another flying lap, but he did invalidate almost right away in that first sector, so it's a bit of a shame for him. Easily done around this track. I get a feeling we're going to see an awful lot of penalties this evening. However, if it is a full wet race for the duration, it's a bit easier to get away with those track limits. The game is a little bit more lenient.
And then it might be safety cars galore as well.
Oh, potentially. There's always a safety car around Brazil. Brazil always brings out the best races. Let's watch Orsat GT in the Ferrari. Currently sat in 9th place. Can he improve on his time? He's currently on a 108.9. I mean, just look at the lap times on the left-hand side of your screen. You look at the gaps between each individual place. It is so close through the field.
Of course. Yeah,
this is very competitive indeed. purple middle sector for Orsat. It's just a glitch, he would say.
Yep.
But let's see if it's if it really was a purple sector as he comes up to the line. Can he set a purple lap? Hugging the left-hand side, it is 6th position, a 5/10 improvement for the Ferrari driver, 108.462. Nice lap from him indeed. You got somebody going slowly. That's just Neil moving out the way of somebody on their lap. Here we got Jimbo back out for another lap as well. He's currently on his out lap. Unbelievable Jeff doing another lap as well. We'll just ride on board with him quickly as he comes up to the line, see if he can knock Jim Bob off the top spot. He certainly can. 107.608. And he runs very wide into the first corner. And he's done a quick reset to track. A little bit naughty, but at least we're not in the race.
Yep.
So let's ride on board once again with Jim Bob. He did go out for another attempt earlier, but invalidated he pulled in, didn't he? Wasn't happy with his lap. So let's see if he can snatch his first position back off of the Mercedes once again. We're a bit too bored of seeing Mercedes on pole this year, aren't we?
Yes, it'd be very... yeah, I was streaming a race earlier, and then everyone, Mercedes got disqualified for hitting the pit lane and got blocking the pit lane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It was awful. It was really awful.
So the checkered flag has fallen, so if anyone is not currently on a fast lap, then they will not be able to improve their time any further. Currently that's Unbelievable Jeff, Jim Bob, Aki, Mark Ince, Neil Ray, Just Benny, all the only good drivers able to improve further as things stand. Everybody else in the pits or completed their lap. Jim Bob goes purple in the middle sector. He is 2/10 up now, which would put him pretty much level with Unbelievable Jeff. So this is going to be very close indeed. Every thousandth is going to count, I reckon, by the time he gets to the line. Let's see what he can manage. He does snatch pole once again, 107.582. So he pulled another 10th once again, or half a 10th in that last sector. Very nice. He has snatched pole right at the death of the session. Wow. We've only got Mark Ince now. Everyone else has gone in the pits. Mark Ince will be the last car to cross the line. No, he's coming into the pits as well.
Wow.
What a good session that was. How close is everybody? Absolutely unbelievable how competitive this field is. But there you have it. We'll watch your pole position man, Jim Bob, in the Alfa Romeo, the championship leader, and this race couldn't have got off to a better start so far. But as we well know, anything can happen in the race, and it is meant to be wet, so who's your wet weather drivers in this field? Who's going to up their game in the wet? Who's going to struggle in the wet conditions? I wonder. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Yep, it is going to be very interesting.
There you have it, your qualifying grid for the race this evening. Jim Bob in the Alpha takes pole position once again. Very slender margin to Unbelievable Jeff in the Mercedes behind. So that looks like it's going to be a titanic battle. Aki in 3rd place in the racing point, 107.8, and the rest of your top 10. Bumper Garben, Mark Ince, GT Ord, Neil Ray, Bottomer, ARG and Benjamin rounding out the top 10. Everyone on softs in that top 10, so no surprises there. Be interesting to see anyone outside the top 10, what tyres they start on. Depends whether it's raining right from the get-go or not, but let's wait and see in a second. I'm sure we'll find out. It is raining right from the get-go. It is heaving it down by the looks of it.
Oh, this could be interesting.
You read my mind. That looks like full wets, I reckon, don't you?
Yeah, it looks like full wets.
Yeah. In which case the tyre strategy isn't going to matter whatsoever. It's also going to mean it's going to be very difficult getting these cars off the line. Remember, we've got manual starts this season, so it just makes things a lot harder getting your cars off the line. Very easy to spin it, especially if you're not running traction control as well. Some of the guys in the field do run traction control, some of them run it on medium, and some of them don't run any traction control whatsoever. Let's see, we got a countdown clock to the start of the race. I'm very, very excited for this one.
Jeez.
As they're all sat on the grid, we wait for the lights. We got 5 lights. And lights out, and away we go. Just Benny has a drive-through penalty for a jump start. Not a great start from him indeed, but Unbelievable Jeff has got a fantastic start and up into the lead. Aki is looking at the inside of Jim Bob as well. They are side by side through the first couple of corners. Aki runs a little bit wide, but he has the position. There's a McLaren spinning in the background. I believe that's Mark Ince, but everyone else has got away fairly cleanly by the looks of it. What a start to the Grand Prix we had. Unbelievable Jeff, fantastic reactions and great traction off the line. What did you make of that then, David?
Wow. Just wow. Unbelievable Jeff. Flying. Absolute flying.
He couldn't have had a better start if he tried. There's somebody right off at the back. That's Kezarel you'll see in the Williams. I'm not sure what's happened there. We got Harry going side by side with an AI. What else is going on up ahead? There's cars ghosting. There's all sorts going on. ARG, Russave and Ruley all fighting it out down the bottom of the field nearly.
Yeah.
Jason has made his way up to 8th. There is a car off. His bottomer is off the road. He's still got his front wing intact, but he is dropping positions all over the place. Jim Bob has got past Aki for 2nd place. They are very close as they will go over the line for the 2nd lap. What a drama filled first lap. We've had no retirements from this race so far.
Neil and Benjamin are in the pits.
Yeah, well spotted. The train of cars coming to the pits. Jason's in the pits as well, so is Just Benny, presumably for that drive-through. Very big shame for him. Who else have we got? The 2 McLarens are right next to each other as well. Unbelievable Jeff has pulled a 1.3 second gap to Jim Bob so far. I know Unbelievable Jeff is very quick in these conditions, so let's see what he can manage, but it is very close further down the field. We've got a lot of drivers out of position after that first lap. It was very drama-filled indeed. But everyone's got away fairly cleanly. No VSC, no full safety car either. So that is a big surprise. Well, I say that, but they're all very clean drivers out there.
Yes, they are very good, clean drivers.
Mark Ince trying to make his way past a couple of AI cars as well. I think everyone else is generally split up. We have Just Benny and Motion is that fighting it side by side. ARG gives us our first track limits warning or penalty of the evening. A 3-second penalty for him. But Tom Humphreys in the chat, hope it rains on Wednesday. Me too, mate. Me too. I absolutely love the rainy conditions.
Well,
I find it very interesting.
Well, I'm racing on Wednesday.
Oh, Motion's in the wall. Motion has run wide and put it in the wall. Very easily done. So that has dropped him out of the fight. Just Benny in 16th place, even after serving his drive-through. So he's doing very well. Watch for him coming through the field. Jim Bob's dropped down to 4th. I didn't see what happened there. Did you catch that, David?
No, I didn't, Mark. I don't know what happened with him. I think he made a mistake.
He's lost half of his front wing as well. Drama, our championship leader, has dropped to 4th, and not only that, he has lost half of his front wing, and he's going to have to pit for a replacement. That is absolute disaster for the Alfa Romeo driver. But I'm sure the rest of the guys in the championship will be rubbing their hands in delight.
Yes.
A good chance for them to crawl back some points.
Yeah,
there you go. Orsak gets past Jim Bob. He will inevitably come into the pit. And it's unfortunate as well because of the rain. There's no way you're going to stretch a new set of wet weather tyres to the end of the Grand Prix either.
No, Benjamin's just got a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, a good couple of pit spots there. Let's have a look at our position changes from the first lap. Who's your big winners and losers? Russ Ace, 5th in the Mercedes. He's come up 9 places, so that's pretty good indeed. I know Rawley's up 8, but he isn't here tonight. That is his AI. So his AI is doing very well for him indeed. I believe he's 3rd in the championship. So currently he's not racing and he's still outscoring the championship leader. So I'm sure he's very pleased with that indeed. I did promise him I would try and give Jim Bob the commentator's curse this evening to try and get him to crash out. So he didn't lose too many points to him. But so far I haven't had to.
No, you haven't.
So Jim Bob comes back out. He is in 18th place, down 17 positions from the start. Absolute disaster there. Benjamin making his way up through the field nicely indeed. Unbelievable. Jeff has pulled a 5-second lead over Aki. That's incredible pace. So he's currently running away with it at the moment and setting fastest laps as well, 121.7.
Oh, right.
But we do have bumper car Ben all over the back of Aki now. So he's going to be looking to make a move past the racing point. No DRS obviously, being in wet conditions. You've got to get this move made with just slipstream and better grip. Oh, what have we got? An issue back. We've got Jason losing it out the last corner. His evening's going from bad to worse. I'm sure he won't be very happy with that at all. And he gets himself a 3-second time penalty, and he's lost the back end and he's out.
Wow.
Oh dear. Yes, that was a shame. He was absolutely flat. I think he took a little bit too much curve, lost the back end, and unfortunately he has crashed out in dramatic style, and that has brought the safety car out.
Yep. That's happened.
So that's going to neutralise his race somewhat, and it's also the lead that Unbelievable Jeff got over Aki is now going to be reduced to nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And Neil's got a 5-second penalty for Jim Bob, in collision with Jim Bob.
Oh dear, what has happened there?
Rusev's got a driver as well. Oh my life.
Oh, he was doing so well up in 5th place. Poor Rusev. He's got himself a drive-through, as you say. That is a real shame for the Mercedes driver. They were looking very good, 1st and 5th in this race, and now it has gone wrong. Well, what did you make of that start? 6 laps gone so far, David. Who's your driver of the opening round?
Unbelievable Jeff at the moment. He's putting a bit of a gap. He's putting a massive gap, but it's early days though. Still early days. Anything can happen.
It certainly is. We don't know if this rain is going to ease off or whether it's going to be like this for the duration of the session either. If it stays like this, his pace is looking pretty formidable, it has to be said.
Yes.
Anyone in the pits? We've got Kezo, I think it is an AI, but is pitting, I'm not sure. No, I think he is racing actually.
Yeah, he spoke
to me. We've only got a couple of... Sorry, what's that?
He spoke to me yesterday, Kezo. He said he's going to race tonight anyway, he said.
I did, yeah. I think I'm getting it mixed up with somebody else. Too many people to keep track of, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's take a look at the order, shall we? Currently, very drama-filled first few laps. Unbelievable Jeff absolutely stormed off the start line and into the lead of this Grand Prix, and then just stormed off into the distance from there. He is leading your Grand Prix this evening. Aki is currently in 2nd place, doing very well indeed. Looking good for a podium this evening. Let's try and keep it together. Bumper Car Ben doing very well in 3rd and was all over the back of Aki before this safety car. So his pace is looking pretty good too. Orsat doing very well up in 4th place. He's picking up the scraps of the drama that unfolded in front of him. Rusev did very well to get himself up to 5th, but he's now got himself a drive-through penalty. So that is going to see him go tumbling down the order, unfortunately. Markins keeping it steady in 6th. Was it him or was it his McLaren teammate spun on the opening lap?
I think it's his I think it was Mark Ince at the start.
I thought it was Mark Ince as well. There's too much going on. I can't remember what happened, but one of them, I'm pretty sure it was Mark, ended up spinning on the first lap, but he is, yeah. He's got himself back up to 6th position, was very good. Benjamin in 7th. Rawley's AI doing very well for him in 8th. Bosmer in 9th, and Harry 7th, rounding out your top 10 for Haas. Only one retirement so far, that is Jason. He lost, well, had a spin around the last corner, and then he was going to the run up to the line. I think he took a bit too much curb, lost the back end, and put it in the wall. So that is his race done and dusted. Jim Bob was on pole position, is currently a championship leader for Tier 1. Is down in 19th place. We didn't catch what happened with him, but he did lose half of his front wing and had to pit. So I'm sure he'll be one to watch out for. Just Benny doing very well actually up in 12th, having served a drive-through penalty, is still holding 12th place. So he's done incredibly well, and this safety car is only going to help him out because he's bunched everyone. They're to watch. We watch with the race leader while we wait for this safety car to come in. I think we're going to have another lap of racing while Jim Bob catches up with the pack. This is where I think it's a bit silly, this game, because he's pretty much with them. By the time the safety car he could have come in that lap. Because let's be honest, Unbelievable Jeff is going to slow the pack down. Jim Bob's easily going to catch him before they actually go racing again.
When you do the full qualifying session on league racing, it just like when you just like 18 minutes, 15 minutes, 12 minutes. Because I was doing qualifying earlier, and then it knocked out 10th place guy, and I thought, why did it knock out 10th place guy? And I thought it could automatically go through, top 10 go through, and then from 11th to 15th. And then, no, 11th to 15th, and then 16th to 20, whatever, how many cars are there. And I think that's a bit weird. I think that's a bit weird, to be honest.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
I never liked the full qualifying. I don't know, it's the Q1 for me. I find it a little bit, if it was 2 sessions, I find it quite interesting, but I think Q1 I tend to find it a little bit boring.
Yeah, of course.
Tends to just drag the sort of session out a bit. Short qualifying is quite a good way of going forward because it's a 20-minute session. It's fairly quick, but it's long enough. You can get 4 runs in. You can do 1 run, come back in the pits, get a new set of tyres, and do that 4 times before the end of the session, depending on the track. Some tracks you can do more.
Safety cars in this lap.
We will be racing once again. As Unbelievable Jeff looks at slowing the pack down. He is already on the start-finish straight. Let's ride on board with Unbelievable Jeff and look at the back of the Mercedes. Aki looks to be jumping around a little bit. The Mercedes has gone, and he has got the jump over Aki already. There's been a couple of collisions further back. Just Benny has a 5-second penalty for collision with somebody. There's position changes further back. There's a McLaren. Was that out of the race? Yes, Dazblade out of the race on the restart. So we missed what happened there. Did you catch that at all, David?
No, I didn't catch it, Mark. I'm sorry, I didn't see it, mate. I think he got hit. I think he got hit somehow.
Yeah. I think there's something on there happening because he was out before we even got to the start-finish race. So they shouldn't have been racing at that point even. But other than that, it's been a clean restart. Unbelievable Jeff has got a nice jump over Aki, but Aki has managed to catch him up again once again in this middle sector. Has a nice gap to bumper car Ben behind. We got Jim Bob making it up some positions. ARG is losing a couple further down. Jim Bob is looking at the back of a nice train of cars. He's going to want to make his way through this back as quick as he can. He doesn't want Unbelievable Jeff to be riding off into the distance just yet. Well, excuse me there. Oh, Keza goes up the inside of Ryan. Can he make the move? Stick there, side by side, round the last corner. A little bit of contact on the exit, but I think we've got away with it. and Keza has that position. Nice move indeed. Whoa, Jim Bob has slid sideways and he put it slightly in the wall and he's coming into the pits. I think that's wing damage. So his afternoon is going very badly indeed. Got a nice battle. Got a Haas going at the inside of the Williams, through side by side through the first corner. The Haas comes off worse, and an Alfa Romeo of Ryan goes up the around the outside of the second corner and capitalises on that. Sorry, I interrupted you there, David. What were you going to say?
I just saw. Someone's got off. Oh, Markin's retired. Sorry, I've just seen the retirement. Markin Ince is retired.
Oh, he has. Looks like he's lost the back end on the curb or something and slid into the wall. These curbs are super slippery in the wet.
And I just, before this, when we were after the restart, I just saw Mark Aki just got off. And he didn't even hit the wall. He just went into a bit slidey everywhere. And he went nearly slidey.
Good spot there, David. Thank you. I did miss that on my end. That explains why he's got a 3-second gap to Unbelievable Jeff as well.
Bottom has got a penalty.
Oh, Keza is making. Oh, Keza's making ground up. He's the man on the move currently. He's got another position. Oh, there's an AlphaTauri off. That's Neil Ray. Lost a bit of his front wing as well. I think just out of shot. Didn't see quite what happened. But yeah, Keza's at LUFC up to 6th place. So he is quite the wet weather expert. It seems currently he is taking positions off people left, right, and centre at the moment. We're looking at the back of the Williams at Ryan, Motion and Harry all behind him. Very close battle indeed. This is.
So the two McLarens are out and Jason's out.
Yeah, not a good start. Not a good race for the McLarens. Apologies. Tell you what, Keza may be making up ground, but he's lost a load of his front wing. He's missing both of his front wing end plates. So.
Who's that? Motion and.
Oh, Ryan has just run into the back of the Williams.
Yeah, I just saw it because he's just. He's trying to.
Side by side. The Williams is not giving up this position, and the Alfa Romeo sweeps around the outside. Can he get the power down on the exit? On the curb, he can't quite. And the Williams holds on to the position for now. He's battling very valiantly indeed. We've got ARG getting past Harry 7 further back, but let's keep with these guys because this is looking like a fantastic battle. Whoa, right, and nearly goes in the back of Rawley's AI there, and he has lost a couple of positions as a result, and he comes back on the track and catches a Ferrari by the looks of it. Keza is now up into 5th place. Motion gets past Rawley's AI as well, so the Williams are doing very well. Up in 5th and 6th. Let's see, Motion going to look up the inside of Keza LUFC, not quite. He's not going to make a daring move on the brakes, very difficult in these conditions. But these guys are 15 seconds behind Keza as Bottomer is out. Bottomer has crashed out in the same place that Jason crashed out of earlier on in this Grand Prix. Well, it's not really a corner in the dry, is it? But in the wet, it appears to be lethal. Neil Ray is out as well. Neil Ray retired. Same place. Both AlphaTauris out on the same lap in the same place, and we have a VSC. Wow, would you believe it?
Yeah, would you believe it? Crazy.
Couldn't make this up. Could not make this up. That is absolutely crazy. Well, your top 4 are absolutely running away with this. They have a good 15-second gap to Keza behind. He's up to 20 seconds currently, but it could be with the VSC. Everyone running at a slightly different pace here and there. I know Keza has a lot of front wing damage. He's trying to hold on as long as he can. And we're back racing once again. Does anyone get a drive through? Doesn't look like it. Ryan gets himself a time penalty for cutting. Carsten Gromfeld in the chat. Full wet race tonight, or will it be dry end of the race? Good question. It does actually look like it's not raining as hard, doesn't it, David?
Yes, it's not really. It might dry out.
Yeah, I think we may get to intermediate conditions. I'm not sure whether we're going to get to running on the dry tyres, but we will see. As Ryan's getting a nice run on the two Williams. behind. Can he make a move? No, he gets a little bit of a squeeze onto the grass. Keza runs wide, but he's keeping the position. He's only just run a little bit wide. But it is no team orders going on down at Williams, are there here? As the other Williams goes up the inside, motion goes at the inside of Keza. What a fantastic move that was. Hats off to both of them. That was a cracking move. Unbelievable. Jeff has got a 4-second lead over Aki in second place. Bumper car Ben a 1.5 seconds behind. Orsat 2.6 seconds behind. Then we have a 16.5 second gap to motion in the Williams. So it looks like a 4-horse race for the lead, and everyone else is battling it out for the lower end of the points. Ryan gets past Keza LUFC now, and I'm pretty sure Keza surely has to pit soon. He can't hang on. Yes, he is coming into the pits. He's not going to risk it any longer. He may be able to stretch a set of wet tyres out to the end of the Grand Prix. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Stephen is looking pretty racy behind Benjamin. Let's see if he can get a move done. Got Michael Green. Somebody has put ice on that track. Is it really that slippery? It does look pretty treacherous out there, to be honest.
And Keza is still on full wets.
Yeah, you're staying on full wets. Good spot indeed. We will change it. I've left it on the penalties. 4 now.
Oh, when Neil crashed, he was on the inters.
Oh, he was on inters. Good spot. Yeah, I had it left on the penalties rather than the tyres. Very good spot indeed there, David. That is possibly why he crashed. He was trying to go for a risk, and it didn't pay off for him, and that's very unfortunate. Rusev right in behind ARG. So despite that drive-through penalty, Rusev is doing very well in 8th place here. Can he get a move done into turn 1? Let's see. Get the power down as nice as you can, and then you will get the slipstream and the better drive all the way up the hill. Oh, he runs a little bit wide, but he's still going. He's going to go up the inside of ARG into the first corner. They are side by side. Mercedes on the inside of Ferrari, and the Mercedes is last of the late breakers and has got this position done. Nice move indeed. Good, fair racing by the two of them. And that puts Rusev up to 7th place, so he's on a charge. After having that drive-through. Neil Ray just put in the chat, yeah, had a 5-second penalty to serve and needed a no, so thought I'd try something different. Oh well. Yeah, it's a fair point. It's a fair point, Neil. It does look like it is raining less than it was. Yeah, I don't blame you giving that one a go. It was always worth a go. What happened though? Was it just not no grip, or did you catch the curb or anything? Oh, we got Benjamin behind ARG as well, so he's going to be looking to make a move. ARG on the move backwards, and Benjamin looking to make another couple of places back up. Looks like Benjamin's got a nice drive out of the last corner. He tucks into the slipstream of the Ferrari. A lot of dirty air, and we've seen people lose it before. ARG is pulling out the way, doesn't want to fight too hard and have any issues. So, very wise of him indeed. Tom Humphries, Mark has halved Taylor's lead. Fair point, he has done. Not sure if Taylor has made an error or whether Mark is just coming into his own on pace. But he's holding off bumper car. Ben's 2 seconds back, so Aki's really finding his feet in these conditions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Neil again caught the curb on the left coming up the last hill, and then snaked on into the wall. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to Jason, and I believe probably your teammate as well, because it was exactly the same position. So easy to do around here. We do have a yellow flag in the middle sector. What's that? Looked like it was motion in the Williams possibly. Not sure what happened there, but we got Unbelievable Jeff in the pits from the race lead. So he's not feeling too good on those. He's going on the inters. He's going on the intermediate tyres, David. What do you make of that call?
If it's wet enough, he might make the right call. But if it's not the right call, he might have made a mistake.
Absolutely. This could be a big decider. Let's ride on board with him and see how he gets on. Because this is going to change the outcome of this Grand Prix, I think.
So are you racing Wednesday?
I certainly am, yes.
That's
I'm
what
racing.
I'm doing as well. I'm doing as well, racing on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that should be good fun. You hoping it's going to be like this? It's going to be wet?
Oh, there's a possibility. There's a 100% chance. I don't know.
Yeah, would you rather it raining or would you rather it dry?
Rain, I think.
Yeah. Same here, I do love the rain. It's such a great challenge in the rain. But yeah, I mean, for Taylor's point of view, from Unbelievable Jeff's point of view, Mark was catching him, but was it because his tyres were gone? Was it because his pace was going? And therefore, he's going on intermediate tyres, the right call to make. He has gone purple in the middle sector, so it could well be a very good call to make. Let's see what he can do. We got Bumper Car Ben in the pits. What's he going on? He's staying on the full wets. So, differing strategies from those in the top three. Unbelievable Jeff goes past, goes purple in sector 3, so I think perhaps intermediate tyres could well be the way to go here. Bumper Car Ben may have made a big error coming in on the wet, but time will tell. It could start raining again. It is very debatable, I think. We got, who else we got? We got Jim Bob on the... Oh, no, not Jim Bob, sorry, Ryan goes on the intermediates. Jim Bob was off the track for a little bit there. It is Ryan on the intermediate tyres as well, so that's another intermediate tyre runner, and Stephen down at the bottom of the field. So there's a few cars out there thinking intermediates are the right way to go right now.
Yeah, I think it would, if they... Come on.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on the gap from Unbelievable Jeff to Orsat. Looks like it's coming down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
What's Aki going to do? Is he going to come in the pits? He certainly is. He is coming in the pits. Let's see what he goes on to. Surely it's going to be intermediate. I think Bumper Car Ben might have made an error there.
I'm on the pitch with Mark. Yep, intermediate tyre. Very good call.
Yeah, intermediate. Definitely. Unbelievable Jeff, fastest lap of the Grand Prix on intermediate, so that is confirmation, that is the way to go. And he has got a nice undercut on Aki, because that is going to be a fairly big gap as they come out. I think he's going to be tight between Bumper Car Ben and Aki, but I think Aki's going to hold the position. He certainly is coming out. But yeah, Unbelievable Jeff has doubled his lead back up to 4.5 seconds, so very bold move, very risky, but it has worked. And we got, is that ARG spinning in the same place? He hasn't got out of this race, he is still going, but he has lost most of his front wing down the start finish straight, and its safety car has come out. What is that for? It maybe is for the debris off of ARG, surely, but that is going to benefit a few people, including Jim Bob, who's just come into the pits on intermediate tyres. A lot of the field now pitting for those inters. Bumper Car Ben, drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Oh dear, that has gone wrong. He was running so strongly in that podium position, and now he has made a bad call on tyres and also got himself a drive-through penalty for good measure. So it is going from bad to worse for him, unfortunately, and that is going to be good news to Orsat in 4th place, because he is now going to inherit that podium.
Yeah, it's going to be impressive. Well, I'm going to have a look at... Where is it?
Let's see what Bumper Car Ben does. He is coming into the pits. He is going to go on the intermediate tyres. Obviously, you can't serve his drive-through penalty under safety car. Yeah, intermediate tyres it is. He realises that is the best thing to do right now. And out the pits goes the Red Bull driver, but I'm sure he will be kicking himself right now. His teammate in 6th position is doing very well as well, isn't he?
Yeah, very impressive.
The only drivers we have on the wets, we've got Rusev, who's now coming into the pits, Josh Bennett just coming into the pits, and Keza LUFC, who's also coming into the pits. So that will be our last wet weather, wet tyre, drivers coming into Inzers.
Jim Bob's in 7th. Nice.
Yeah, not very nice recovery from Jim Bob, considering.
We have Neil retired, Bottomer, Mark Ince, Daz Blaze and Jason out, all on wet.
Yeah, it's been a topsy-turvy race, hasn't it, this one?
Yep.
2 Hasses running next to each other, Harry and Stephen in 10th and 11th. So that'll be a good one to watch.
Could be a very good battle.
But yeah, this also means that the gap, or the lead that Unbelievable Jeff got using the undercut has now been reduced once again to nothing. Aki was diving into that gap and reducing it before Unbelievable Jeff made the call to go on intermediates. Whether that was an error from Unbelievable Jeff or whether Aki was genuinely looking that quick, we are yet to see. And I think now the safety car's back out, we will see who is the quicker driver and who is going to take this Grand Prix victory. Could it be Unbelievable Jeff? Could it be Aki? Or could it be anyone else? It's anyone's guess at this moment in time.
Yep.
We are on lap 21 of 36. 15 people still left in this Grand Prix. We are under safety car, our second safety car of the race. We're waiting for everyone to catch up. But what a drama-filled race we've had so far. Have you enjoyed it so far?
Oh, of course. It's just been dramatic. It's been crazy. And I hope it's going to be like this for the next few days.
I'll tell you one thing. Jeff Benet did come in the pits, but he's put on fresh, wet tyres.
Oh. I think the weather could be drying out.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, Bumper Car Ben's gone back in the pits and sacrificed his third place to go on the Inters. I know he's got a drive through as well, but he realised that was a mistake. So Just Benet holding it out on the full wet. He is new to league racing, Just Benet. He's been coming on leaps and bounds. We've not seen him in the wet so far. Yeah, I think he's been very impressive so far. He's been keeping it neat and tidy as much as possible. He had a collision under safety car with somebody earlier, and has had a few issues. But on the whole, he's kept it neat and tidy. He's kept it clean. He's kept it at the walls. And he's doing very well in 12th place.
Well, I've just done 2 videos in the last hour. That's good.
Yeah, good going.
Keep going, yeah. Need it. Right, let's have a look. On board with Unbelievable Jeff. He's really going to push. This has to be good.
Yeah, you got Bottomer or Michael Green in the chat going, yeah, exactly the same as me. Came round the last corner and lost the back end, tried to catch it, but just sent me the opposite way. So easy. These single seaters, they've not got very much luck, but they're very difficult to catch when you get a slide going. But if you do catch it, it generally just sends you into a tank slap or just flicks the car very violently the other way. So that is unfortunate. Quite a few drivers out, all out of the same position. There we go. Just Benet goes on the intermediate tyres, and he has put in the chat, so he's on his phone while he's driving. Put your phone away, Benjamin.
Driving and racing don't count. Mix.
Exactly. No, it's still on your phone. Still on your phone. I'll send the police round to give you a fine. No, he put pit crew put on the wrong tyres, so it's unfortunate for him. Safety car's in this lap. He is a little bit behind, but he will no doubt catch up by the time we are going. He's in 15th with the everyone that's retired, so there's still chances to score points today. But let's ride on board with the leaders, shall we, as we get going. Once again, the safety car has left the pack. Unbelievable Jeff has slowed down and backed everyone off. Very difficult to keep your tyres warm in wet weather conditions. So let's see who does a good job. Well, Mercedes of Unbelievable Jeff goes for it. He is foot flat to the floor across the line. And he has pulled a nice gap indeed. The top three have pulled away from Bumper Car Ben very nicely indeed. Bumper Car Ben a little bit slow on the restart. Just Benny is making up moves already. He is up into 11th place. Wow, and 10th place even. What a start from Just Benny. That was fantastic. I know he's getting past a few AIs, but fair play to him. That is incredible going. And Motion is spun it. Motion is round at the second corner. That's a shame for the Williams driver. He was doing well further up. Ryan is all over the back of Bumper Car Ben.
Jim Bob's just passed Benjamin for 6th.
He certainly has a good spot there indeed. Ruley's AI is still doing very well for him in 8th place, so I'm sure he'll be very pleased with that indeed. Imagine that not racing and your AI scores points for you.
That happened to someone like I was in a league and it happened before. I was doing my race last night, Mark. I was winning the race by a half couple seconds and the AI hit me. And I got a video of it anyway to prove something wrong. And the AI of Albon smashed into the back of me and I didn't get any points for it.
There we go. Unbelievable Jeff sets a new fastest lap of this Grand Prix so far. Kezaro, UFC and Rusev are fighting side by side. Rusev is attacking one of the things. Bumper Car Ben is doing his drive-through penalty now. He is going through the pit, so that's going to tumble him right down to the bottom of the pack. Just Benny has caught up with Ruley's AI, so he's going to be looking to make a move fairly quickly indeed. But then he's got a 4-second gap to Benjamin up ahead. Aki is bringing the gap down to Unbelievable Jeff. It is under a second now, and he has a 2.5-second gap towards that ahead. So he's looking very good indeed. This is going to be a titanic battle to the end of this Grand Prix, I am sure. Who can hold their wits? We've got, how many more laps have we got? We've got 12 laps to go.
And who can hold their nerve?
Absolutely indeed. Jim Bob is coming up. He is 5th place right now, and he's within a second of Ryan ahead and making moves as we speak.
Just Ben is just on the back of the AI of Rory now. I'm just watching him now, both of them. Oh, come on. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is going to be good. This is if Just Ben gets this right, perfect. Oh, go on, Just Ben, just think about it. Oh. Unbelievable, Jeff. 118.4. Jesus.
Aki goes even quicker. 118.280. Aki has fastest lap of this Grand Prix and is catching on the race leader.
Oh my God.
Gap is 8 tenths.
Oh God, there's just been a little bit of an incident between Rory and Just Ben.
Oh dear, what happened there?
Rory, the AI, just tried to push Just Ben into the wall, and it's going to get pushy. Oh, this is very, bit of front wing damage for Just Ben. Oh, Just Ben, what are you doing?
Oh, that's a real shame. I think no team orders down at Renault. Ruley's AI is getting a little bit aggressive. That is unfortunate. Something on my timing screen is showing me Rusev is 0.033 behind Benjamin, but he's not. He's a couple of corners behind him, but there we go. Oh, Jim Bob gets a little bit squirrely coming out of the last corner. That's not going to help. Can Benjamin get a run at him? I think he's going to be a little bit too far back. Benjamin gets a little bit of a wiggle on himself. But there we go. Aki has dropped a little bit once again. Unbelievable Jeff pulling out a lead to 1.4 seconds. So Aki starting to struggle a little bit. but both of these guys have pulled it massively. They're 3.3 seconds ahead of Orsat. Ryan following closely behind, and Jim Bob just behind him. So this is looking very good for our championship leader to score some points today and try and retain this championship lead. Benjamin Sands or Just Benny in the chat, the AI OMG. I don't think he's very happy with the AI's moves this evening. I'm not entirely sure there's much we can do as stewards on that. As Bumper Car Ben is now having a look at Rawley's AI. No wonder Rawley's AI is up in 9th place and holding positions when he's defending this ruthlessly.
Just Ben has just gone into the bits and he's in 14th. Oh, hello, who's that? Oh.
ARG is all over the back of Bumper Car Ben. Can he capitalise on him being held up by the AI? Let's watch and see. The leaders are streaking into the distance from the rest of the pack. Orsat's looking pretty good for a podium. He's just got to hold his nerve. The laps are ticking down. Very short laps around here. Only 1 minute 20 lap or so in these conditions. Ryan gets himself a 3-second time penalty. ARG's getting a good run at Bumper Car Ben. He's going to look up the inside, but Bumper Car Ben is super late on the brakes and goes up the inside of Rawley as well. So nice move. He has turned defence into attack very nicely indeed there.
Yeah, he has.
Right, Benjamin's still all over the back of Jim Bob, who's all over the back of Ryan in turn. All these guys have penalties. Let's have a look where we stand. Ryan has the majority of penalties on 9 seconds. Benjamin has 6. But they have a nice 10-second gap to Rusev behind, so that's okay. ARG has got past Rawley's AI, so that's all well and done. Aki's got the gap back once again. It's 0.8 of a second. To Unbelievable Jeff. And he's got fastest lap of the Grand Prix once again, 1:18.055. He is on a mission right now. He wants this race victory. He can smell it. But he's got a warning. He's got a penalty, sorry. 3-second penalty goes Aki's way. He's just trying that a little bit too hard. That's a real shame. It's not going to lose him any positions, but if he does get this race lead, he will have to pull a 3-second gap. And that's going to be a tall order when you're trying to gap somebody like Unbelievable Jeff. That's a real shame for Mark, isn't it there, David?
Yeah, of course it is. It's going to be really hard. That's really unfortunate.
But of course, we're not privy. We don't know how many warnings Unbelievable Jeff has. He might be on 2 warnings already.
Yeah, he might have. He just wants to push it. There's a beautiful scrap between 3rd, 4th and 5th.
And 6th. Yeah. Yeah, they're all running in a nice little train there, aren't they? 5.5 seconds behind this battle for the lead, but they are all within a second of each other pretty much.
Yep.
Jim Bob's getting pretty close to the back of Ryan. Is he going to be close enough come turn 1? I don't think he is. No DRS, obviously. The slipstream is very powerful. He's gaining on him, but he is not close enough to make a lunge up the inside and thinks better of it. Let's keep an eye on both of these battles. There's quite a few laps to go in this Grand Prix. We have 7 laps to go. And anything can happen. The field is fairly spread out. We've got the battle for 1st and 2nd within a second, and then we have, as you say, David, a battle for 3rd between.
Jim Bob's
round.
Yep,
Jim Bob is round, and he has done a reset to track. I'm sure the stewards will be having a word later. What happened there? I just caught on board with him as he finished his spin.
He just spun, and then I saw him spin, as you said. He just spun and then went round. And the stewards will be after that. Kezia and Just Ben's got penalties.
Oh, Matt loses the back end a little bit coming out the last corner, but he holds on to it. But it's lost him a good couple of tenths there. Yeah, it's quite easy, especially in the wet conditions. You get a bit of dirty air from the car in front as well. just to put a bit too much power down and lose the back end very easily. A lot of power going through just the rear wheels on these cars.
Lap 30 of this Grand Prix. It's just going to be interesting.
Michael Green, there's that much of a delay on YouTube. I'm on lap 30. So am I. Now. But there we go. We've got bumper car Ben gone past Kezarel UFC into the first corner. He looked like he went up the inside on the right and has that position done. ARG gets himself 3-second time penalty. A little bit further behind these guys. Main race we've got is this one for, well, now 4th place. Orsat has pulled a bit of a gap to Ryan. There's now nearly 2 seconds gap between 3rd and 4th. So what was a 4-way battle for the podium has now turned into a 2-way battle for 4th. And Unbelievable Jeff has pulled a mighty gap over Aki, I think.
Yeah.
Aki must have made a mistake there. Because he's dropped time to both Unbelievable Jeff and Orsat. I think Aki may have made a little bit of an error. And now, 3-second time penalty could see him fall behind Orsat, because Orsat is only 3.2 seconds. Now, he's getting the gap out a bit there, so hopefully Aki can hold on to this 2nd place, and I'm sure he will be very pleased with this podium. Benjamin still a second away from Benjamin. Jim Bob is catching these two, but there's quite a gap to get back now. It's currently at 6.1 seconds, but it is going down all the time. He is catching them very, very quickly indeed. So let's keep an eye on that one, shall we? Guanfeld in the chat, will you use a full wet setup for intermediate tyres? Otherwise, will you use dry setup? I've got to be honest, I just use dry setups. Full stop. I do not make any wet weather specific setups. I run completely dry setups. If I'm a little bit worried or nervous, if it's full wet, I may just add one onto the wings, front and back. But on the whole, I just keep it exactly as it is in the dry. I don't know about you, David. Are you there, David, or have you disappeared on me? I think he has left me, unfortunately. Nonetheless, we will keep going. But yeah, no, Gonford, I think I'm probably one of the few people that does, but I don't like to run or make completely different setups for the wet. I think if it's good in the dry, it's pretty good for the wet on this game. It's not a long way out, and you don't want to lose too much straight line speed as well. It helps with the overtaking. You just got to keep it all together in the corners. But Aki's caught back up to Unbelievable Jeff. He is under a second already behind Unbelievable Jeff. So this does beg the question that if Aki was to get past Unbelievable Jeff, could he pull a 3-second gap even? Oh, he loses the back end once again, coming out the last corner. And I'm sure he's frustrated with himself on that one because it's dropped out once again to 1.5 seconds. It's a real shame. Aki is looking very strong. His pace is phenomenal when he hooks it up. But he just keeps making those errors. It's a real shame. Most people have pulled out somewhat bits of gap. Jim Bob is still closing in on Benjamin ahead. The gap is now 4.3 seconds, but Benjamin has dropped behind Ryan. It's 2 seconds, and Ryan has a 1.5 second gap to Orsat. Aki is caught back up once again to Unbelievable Jeff as we ride on board with the Mercedes, currently leading this Grand Prix, but being chased down by the pink Mercedes of Aki, who is looking very, very fast at this point of the Grand Prix. It is drying out as well. I don't think it's dry enough for slicks, but it is looking like the crossover point is going to come fairly soon, actually. I've got to be honest. If I was out there, I'd be toying with the idea. Oh, you're back, David.
Yes, I am. I just needed to go to the toilet for a bit.
No worries until we got Aki has caught up to the back of Unbelievable Jav and he's looking like he might shape up a move going into the first corner. He's in the slipstream. Unbelievable Jav goes defensive. And Aki is very, very late on the brakes. Can he make the move around the outside? No, Unbelievable Jav has it covered, but he is getting very close indeed. The pace of this racing point is looking very good as he gets much better traction coming out of the second corner. They make a little bit of contact. But Unbelievable Jav has still got the lead of this Grand Prix, but it is looking ever likely that Aki might find a way past the Mercedes. This is getting very feisty and very interesting indeed. As Mark is drifting it through the middle corner. We got ARG has retired in the session, same place as most people have retired so far. He was in the points, but he is now not going to score a point in this Grand Prix. That's going to promote Jeff Benny up to a point. But let's see, can Mark get close enough and get a good drive off the final corner? This is where it matters most. This is where you're going to make an overtaking opportunity work, if possible, on the power, nice and gently. Let's see, can he get in the slipstream of the Mercedes? There is a Ferrari sideways on the track, but I don't think Mark is going to be close enough. Unbelievable Jeff lost it, he's in the wall. Unbelievable Jeff has DNF from this race. He has gone sideways, got a tank slapper on, and he is out of this Grand Prix from the lead. Would you believe it?
Wow.
We have 2 laps remaining. He was leading this Grand Prix and he is now going away with no points, and DRS is enabled, so it is time for dry weather tyres, but we only have 2 laps remaining. Is it worth pitting and going on the dry tyres, or do you stay out? Wow, what an end to this Grand Prix we're going to get, David. We talked about last lap drama and I think we're going to get it.
Yep. Aki, come on Aki, keep it under control.
I cannot believe what we have just witnessed.
Yeah,
I think you've got to stay out on inters. Stay out on inters. Especially for Aki in the lead. Surely.
That was
Aki's round! Aki's round and in the wall as well!
Oh, drama!
Orsat has taken over the lead. Ryan is in the second place. Benjamin is in third place. Aki will be kicking himself.
Man, what is going? This is dramatic.
Oh my goodness, it must be really bad on those intermediate tyres. Surely they're going to pit. Are they going to hold it out? Orsat is in the lead of this Grand Prix. He's staying out on those intermediate tyres. But can he keep it on the circuit? I don't know where to look next. Benjamin is right behind Ryan for the last spot on the podium. Jim Bob isn't that far behind. Anything could happen right now. This is unbelievable. Aki is in the pit. But let's ride on board. They are slipping and sliding all over the place. This is incredible.
This is drama to the end.
Oh my god, I cannot believe what we've just witnessed. This is insane. We did say we might get some last lap drama, and that we certainly did. Aki is going on the softs. He is going to come back out and see what he can manage. I tell you what, don't write him off just yet, because anything can happen right now.
I'm just watching.
Orsat is looking good for this victory.
I'm just watching the battle for second.
It's crazy. Fantastic. Ryan and Benjamin, they are Benjamin is nudging him along as he loses the back end and goes on the grass. He's going to get away with it. He hasn't lost any positions.
He might lose something in a minute if he doesn't get this right. Come on. Driver of the day.
He certainly is. Jim Bob is catching up with them hand over fist though. He is going to join this scrap, see if he can join them. Can any of them make a move before the line? Orsat is going to come across the line and win in Brazil. What a fantastic race from the Ferrari driver. Is drama behind. They're going to be 3 wide. 2 Alfa Romeos and a Red Bull. He's gone up the inside. Oh my goodness, what a finish. We have just had Jim Bob take second place. Ryan, his teammate, takes the final spot on the podium. And Benjamin comes home 4th place, or Rusif gets the place on penalties in the Mercedes bumper car. Ben then 5th, Benjamin 6th. Aki will come home to finish 7th. But what could have been? Wow. I don't know what to say.
Has he just run out of fuel?
Either, yeah, quite possibly.
What a dramatic end to the race.
I can't, my mind can't comprehend what just happened there. That was absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Jim Bob stole that podium right at the death.
So driver of the day, Marcus, is going to be...
I don't know where you give that driver of the day.
I think it's Ryan at the moment, because he got... No, Rusev with 10 places, but it's got to be Motion.
I think Orsat.
Orsat, I agree, yeah. Oh,
because he was there with the leaders, he was sitting right behind them, ready for any errors, and that is exactly what happened. And he, you know,
wow.
I think fair play, his pace was phenomenal. Anyone, if you're watching in the chat, please vote for your driver of the day quickly. Sorry, we got a bit too engrossed, we forgot to do it because that was absolutely magical and drama-filled last couple of laps.
Just
absolutely incredible.
Mad. I'm gonna send GT or Orsat a message, say well done, son.
Oh, definitely. That was incredible. Cannot believe what we've just witnessed. Orsat, absolutely fantastic. I mean, fair play to every driver that has got to the end of this Grand Prix. Tom Humphries put in the chat, Jim Bob should not get any points for his resetting to the track. The stewards will have a look at that, do not worry. Taylor in the chat as well, I was trying to save my tyres. They were on 75% of the back and had a puncher on the pit straight. That's what happened to our race leader. Absolutely incredible. That is why he lost the back end and went into the wall. But there you have it. You're